for December 12th, 2037. Channel 4 News, the Evening Mars Edition. News that's out of this world. With your host, Douglas Quaid. Good evening, I'm Douglas Quaid, and this is our weekend special edition where we focus on the Mars colonies. On today's edition, we interview the first man on Mars, Mark Watney. Vince Offer will report on the dangers of space travel and what our colonists have to face. What's next for human civilization? We present a report on the future of colonization. But first, here's the Mars weather with Sam Sparks. Sam? Hello, I'm Sam Sparks. And well, Doug, today's temperatures on Mars aren't that different than yesterday. It is cold, cold, cold with a temperature of minus 51 degrees Celsius. So you better crank up your nuclear heaters up, because the highest the temperature is going to be today is minus 23 degrees Celsius, with the lowest of a whopping negative 79 degrees Celsius. Later on, we have some solar winds along with dust storms coming in at a speed of 91 kilometers per hour. That is really fast for wind, so you better stay indoors or else you'll be gone, and never seen again. Well, that's it for the weather. Back to you, Doug. Thank you, Sam. Here's our first story. An interview with the first man on Mars, Mark Watney.
Well, thank you very much. So here today we have a very special guest. We have the first man to actually land on Mars and to colonize Mars is Michael Richards. Michael, how are you doing today?
Oh, I think you got my name wrong. It's just call me Mick Richards.
Okay, Mick, great. So tell me, how long did you spend on Mars?
Well, I spent a proper good 183 sols, which is a sol is a Mars day.
Right, is that similar to an Earth day?
It's a good 13 minutes more than a Earth day.
Oh, very interesting, very interesting. But so, I mean, what was it like being on Mars?
Oh, it was bloody dusty. It was cracky. There was so much dust. I still cough from that trip. Oh, it was also bloody cold too. It was something at Mars, yeah.
Okay, so when you were on Mars, what was your mission there?
Our mission was to explore Mars, try to find some source of water, and see if we could try to plant some trees down and make it a habitable planet for us humans to live on.
Interesting. And what kind of dangers did you encounter?
Well, there was quite a lot, to be honest. When we had to taking off and entering the atmosphere of Mars, that was probably the most dangerous part of it, because you had a very high chance of burning up in the atmosphere in your ship. But luckily, our people at the United Nations were really designed those spaceships very well for us. And there was also the risk of daily cosmic radiation and those solar winds that could kill you without you even knowing it.
Wow, sounds like a pretty frightening place.
It was terrifying.
All right, well, glad it was you, not me. So, just one final thought here. What are your thoughts on the future of space exploration and colonization?
I think it's essential to the human race. We're killing this planet, so we may as well find somewhere else to live and put our trash that we create every day. I'm just happy to be home here in Australia, mate. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Richards. That was Mick Richards, the flight captain from Ares 5, speaking to us today live from the subterranean atmosphere. Thanks, Jim.
Fascinating story. Next, we have the dangers of space travel with Vince Offer.
Space, the final frontier. Just like normal travel, space travel comes with risks, and risks lead to costs. Space is filled with many dangers. Fungus can grow in a space station, shuttle, or base and clog the water pipes. and even infect the astronauts, making them sick or even kill them. Microgravity in space is another one of the dangers of space travel. Astronauts are required to exercise for 2 hours a day to keep their muscles and bones from deteriorating due to microgravity. The only thing protecting you while in the vacuum of space is your spacesuit. Without it, you would die in a matter of 15 seconds. The cosmic radiation from space itself can only kill you if exposed to it for too long. It would kill cells and DNA without you even knowing it. One day you could be having a normal conversation with your friends. Another would be you returning home in a body bag. Damage caused by cosmic radiation is irreversible. The remnants of previous missions and satellites stay in the Earth's atmosphere and in space forever. Space junk can be the difference between a successful mission and catastrophic failure. Nowadays, this isn't much of a problem with our cryogenical sleep. Boredom and claustrophobia was a big problem for astronauts of the past. One of the biggest dangers of space travel doesn't come from space itself, but comes from Earth. Human error has caused 18 astronauts and cosmonauts to die. Your life is in the hands of Mission Control, and one wrong move is the difference between life and death. Well, that's it for the dangers of space. Thanks for tuning in. Back to you, Doug.
Thank you, Vince. Up next, when we come back, up next we will have the future of space, colonization, and travel.
Spend a night in the cosmos, above Earth, and looking at the stars, the Luna 4 cruiser by Virgin Galactic. Trip starting with a price of 1,000 credits only with Virgin Galactic.
Welcome back to Channel 4 News Special Edition, all about Mars. Our next and final story is it's all about what's next for the human race, and all about space travel and colonization of other planets.
The building of a space colony would present a set of huge technological and economic challenges. A colony in space would require the resources to care for hundreds or thousands of humans, like food, water, medical care, and life support for the entire colony, spending millions or even trillions of dollars to create it. Building colonies in space would give us more space to expand the human population and allow the human race to live on after Earth's demise in the distant future, and avoid extinction for thousands of more years. Asteroids, moons, and other planets have many more resources for humans to spend and extend and build much more onto the colonies. There's no known life on other planets, so there's less of a chance for ruining ecosystems, displacing of alien peoples, and genocide of the life forms on the planets. Biodomes will allow us to plant vegetation from the Earth and create a habitable environment. With the research stations on the moon and the mines that are being built, the moon will be a location for us to build settlements. The recent Mars mission brought back information of water in the depths of the caverns of Mars. With colonies already being planned to be built, Mars is definitely a colony in the future. President Johnson of the United States has already made Senator Schwarzenegger governor of Mars. With the creation of cryogenic sleep, travel to other solar systems is already in the works. Scientists at the United Nations are already working on quantum travel, allowing us to travel to the other side of our solar system and eventually to other ones as well.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Douglas Quaid, and I'll see you on the Red Planet.